Okay, next one.
Segment 5, work is not your personality. That's a very US versus Europe thing.
Is it not a Norwegian thing? Like people they don't have pride in their job there?
They
Like
do, but
over pride. Too much pride.
there's nuance to it. There's levels. I myself, when I went into the field of video creation, having worked as a photographer as well, I noticed that there was some disadvantages to saying that I am a videographer, I am a photographer, and then later transitioning to what I've been doing the last years and what I do best. I am a video editor. Let's say I can't edit a video one day. Like, okay, you can take pride in your work, but it becomes like this identity crisis almost. It's like, okay, if I'm not a video editor, which is so awesome and cool, what am I then? So what you do
Yeah.
versus you are. It is an interesting take. And you don't hear a lot of people talk like that the same way, maybe within photography and stuff. And you say you're a doctor, but it is a bit more separate here in Spain versus what's often portrayed in the media, again, from the US. But I will say this, I will mention this quickly. There has been, and I think this is partially the fault of social media, but some people, they will brand themselves very with the label of entrepreneur,
Mhm.
like entrepreneurship. Like, I'm an entrepreneur and I started this and this business. And then you have other people who are like, no, you're not. You're just running a bar or, or you have a hair salon. Not to like put down those, but it's not an entrepreneur, but they're like trying to, I don't know, make themselves bigger by branding it differently, which kind of ties into who you are versus what you do.
Right. Right.
What's your
Hmm.
take? Who are you, Mal?
Well, one of the takeaways from the Reddit was people in Spain don't define themselves by work. My experience talking with Spanish people is they don't define themselves by work at all. I feel like you can know someone for a really long time without even knowing what they do for work, when typically it is one of the first conversations you have with someone in the US. I guess depending on what it is. Yeah, if you like wash cars for a living, you can say you're an entrepreneur just to impress someone. People like to lead with what they do for work, and I don't know why. I guess it's just they have nothing else to, go off of.
I have a few friends. One that comes to mind is Raul. I know it's something within IT and computers, but I don't know what he does. I still don't know his job. And I known him for 4 years. And it's like, it's something to do with IT, but I just don't care, you know? And he
Well,
doesn't
that's
care
different,
enough.
isn't it? Like, not knowing exactly
Like, he doesn't
like, what they
care enough to talk about it, to have that as the topic in the evening. No, he wants to talk about football and CrossFit and One Piece and anime and the party, or like stuff outside of work, because he is by no means his job, even though I think he's doing pretty well.
And I think that's goes to show that in the US especially, all people talk about is work because that's all they do. They don't really have time for hobbies a lot of times, or if you're not working, you're kind of seen as lazy or behind, and so that's all you kind of put your efforts into, and you don't really take the time to find things that aren't considered like financially good for you or will put you ahead, and so that's just all literally that's all people know how to talk about because that's all they do. So yeah, I guess that's my take, is that it's no surprise, it's no secret that Spanish people in general like to enjoy their lives and don't put all of their eggs in the working basket. And I think that's cool. It actually has helped me as my identity and not focus on like what am I doing for work? What are my goals for the next 5 years? Like I don't really stress about it now because nobody really asks you here. So that's been really I'm like less anxious about that part of like my career, where I'm going and where I'm going to be work-wise in the next 5, 10 years. So
It doesn't define you.
exactly. Anything else you want to add about work in Spain, making it your personality?
when you work within the private sector, you selling your service, if that's what you do, to private consumer versus a company like B2B or B2C, I think that affects also how much people will talk about what they do. Like if you heavily benefit from networking, then it is common to bring it up every once in a while. If you're selling shakes from Herbalife, like that's all you do.
Then you should bring it up so that people, yeah, will get ask you about it. I think you could say that about anyone. That's just good business. Okay, last segment, Tony's favorite, the sidewalk standstill. The next phenomenon that we're going to talk about, the final one, is the sidewalk conversation blockade. A lot of foreigner So a lot of foreigners notice groups of people chatting right in the middle of the path. One Reddit user joked they stand there chatting as if you do not exist. Another person said, "You're confusing spatial awareness with not giving a shit." What is your hot take, Tony? We've already talked about this actually on here, so this is just like a part 2.
Yeah, and there will be a part 3 and a part 4. People do not give two squats about being in the way of others. I don't know why this is a thing, and it's so universal here in Spain. Just to paint a picture, when I was meeting up with friends last weekend, friends of friends were there. American couple, teachers living in Madrid. I mentioned this podcast that me and you are talking about our perspective on life as expats here in Spain. And the very first thing they brought up, without me mentioning anything else, was the sidewalk standstill. And we were having in depth discussions on what is the best strategy. And if we do like the chicken every once in a while, like we will not go head to head on grandma or abuela, but we will walk like, okay, I will move a bit, but you need to move a bit. And if they don't move, you will brush
You hit, yeah.
shoulders.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you hit the shoulders. And I reached a point where I'm like, dude, I can move 60, even 70%. But if you are headed towards me in addition, and it's a sidewalk for 3 people next to each other, and you're 4 and you won't move, well,
Mhm.
joke's on you because you're gonna fall down. I am worthy of this sidewalk as well. Like you don't own this space. And everyone does it. So many people does it. Like I do not get what the idea is. If it's like now it's my turn to shine and take up space. I don't get it. It's almost like this, I don't know, badge of honor, or they take pride in just blocking everything and being in the
Mhm.
way. Like I get that they like physical contact, but
It's too much.
this is beyond what's comprehensible sometimes.
But are you talking about just, like, walking past each other or when there's a group of people standing, talking, smoking a cigarette, drinking a coffee?
All of them, all of them. I'm talking about all of them. You have the one where 2 groups are facing each other, or me, lonely pedestrian, is trying to like make my way through this herd of people, or abuelas. Abuelas are the worst. But okay, people in general. That's one. The other one is that I'm coming from behind and there's no way to get around them beside me putting my life at risk and like going into the traffic with the cars. That's version number 2. Number 3, as you said, they're just there, just standing still, having a cigarette or coffee outside of the bar, and I can't pass them, and I'm there with my dog.
Well, you have to speak up. You have to say something like, "Excuse me," you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't push them away, but in those cases, sometimes I will just put my hand on them like this. I'm like, pardon. And that usually helps. Like physical contact, it's like I have a grip. I can actually move you if I
Yeah,
want.
yeah. So you would move a grandma?
If I would move a grandma, I would let her know with a physical touch that I'm there. If she has a walker, no. Then I would just take the walker and run instead. No.
Knock her down.
Knock her down. But if they are people, dog people, and they see Polly, that usually helps.
That's yeah, I bet it does.
Let it be said, there's all nuances. There's good people who move to the side, who are well educated. We're not talking about them right now. We're talking about the immensely rude abuelas and similar. Abuelas are grandmas for anyone listening.
I don't but in my experience, it's not just older people. It's also, like, groups of young kids or families or, like, a family of 5. They walk side by side instead of, like, saying, "Oh, there's, like, a couple walking past us. Kids, like, go a little bit further."
What? There's other people here?
I would love to hear, like, if there's an explanation for it because I know it's something that a lot of foreigners have realized and are very disturbed by it, like you and me. I guess you just have to learn to just do whatever passive aggressive move you need to do and keep it moving.
The hustle and bustle of Madrid is worse than the everyday hustle and bustle here in Alicante. You get it magnified. You will see it
Mm.
more with the younglings, with the family, in addition to the abuelas. It exists here, but the pain point, no doubt, abuelas.
Well, maybe they're scared. They don't have any, I don't know. I think they just maybe you can ask. The next time there's one taking up the whole sidewalk, you can be like, "Why do you do this? Why are you like this?" And see what
Oof,
they say.
that, oof, I am.
Can we make that a segment? Or like, "Are you aware that you're taking up the entire sidewalk?" That would be a great segment. In Spanish, I think it would be like I bet they would tell you. I think it's a great segment. I think we should make it a thing.
Okay, I promise you, the next time someone is blocking the sidewalk, I will ask them, are you aware? Or why are you doing it? But it needs to be abuela. I don't want to ask a group of 5 teenagers. Then I will be the abuelo all of a sudden, like, are you aware that you're taking off the sidewalk?
I think you would get an honest answer from an abuela. I challenge you to just ask. I mean, in a nice way, like
I
in a
will.
non-confrontational way.
I will put on the kindest eyes and the softest voice I possibly can.
I love it. I love it. Anything else? I mean, I have things that like kind of related, but not really. I think that's it. We've done enough complaining. We still love living in Spain. We love you, Spain, and all your quirks.
And all your flaws.
I still wouldn't leave. I wouldn't live anywhere else right now, despite the last 5 things we've gone on and on about how it's so annoying.
Hey, it's like being in a long-term relationship. You love the person, but damn it, they can be quite the annoying being as well.
Yes, it's a love-hate relationship for sure. Mostly love. Any conclusions? Anything you would like to add?
Final thoughts.
Or any advice for someone that's struggling with these things?
I will give you two folds. Advice is if you hate it, do something about it. That's the first one. I'm saying that to myself. The second, what a privilege. What a privilege to have the opportunity to bitch and be so annoyed about these trivial things.
It definitely is a first world problem. But it's something that you have to just experience. You cannot be told about it, I guess. You just have to go through it the hard way and learn and figure out your own way.
Agreed.
Okay, well, it was nice to see you. Thank you everyone for listening. I wanted to say comment at the beginning, but I forgot. So now I'm saying it. Comment, subscribe. We're back. We're going to be more consistent with posting.
Or not. Let's see what happens. We're semi consistent.
People are starting
So
to engage. I don't know what it is. I guess people are coming out of their winter funk and leaving us spicy comments. So keep it coming.
if you don't have anything specific you want to comment about, dear listener, do this. Tell us. Do you fight with grandmas on sidewalks or not?
And if you are that person and either you're not aware or you are aware, let us know why. We would love to hear the other side of the story.
We want the inside scoop.
Thank you for listening.
We love you, mother lovers. We'll soon be back. Listen to our stuff. We'll talk soon.
Ciao.
Ciao.